Historic flood hits gayest place on earth and knocks Queer News Tonight off the air.
Fort Lauderdale experienced the rainiest day in its history Wednesday, a 1-in-1,000-year rainfall event, sparking a flash flood emergency in Broward County that has prompted emergency rescues, forced drivers to abandon cars, shuttered schools, and shut down the airport through 5 a.m. Friday. And more rain is on the way. The region recorded widespread rainfall totals of more than a foot, while Fort Lauderdale tallied 25.91 inches in a 24-hour period, according to preliminary reports from the National Weather Service office in Miami. While the rain Thursday won't reach nearly the amounts that fell on Wednesday, it will be problematic and create additional flooding, the National Weather Service said.
Fort Lauderdale and other communities across southeast Florida are working to get life back to normal after monumental flooding wreaked havoc on the area, closing transportation hubs, schools, and government offices. During the peak of Wednesday's torrential barrages, a month's worth of rain fell in just 1 hour. Many of Fort Lauderdale's streets turned into lakes when rain exceeding 2 feet inundated the coastal city. As floodwaters receded Friday, first responders are still conducting wellness checks and assisting residents in need of shelter. The flooding impacts also prompted Broward County Public Schools Friday to cancel classes for the second consecutive day. The floods have hampered the LGBTQ+ community of Fort Lauderdale tremendously. Queer News Tonight team had to cancel the Thursday show right here as the hosts and the crew could not reach the studio safely due to heavy rain and flood. Many of the Happening Out television network staff are suffering due to the flood. The region faces 26 inches of rain in a mere 7 hours. In case you're wondering where the governor of Florida is, whether he's working day and night to help the state's residents recover from the loss, you're wrong. He's on a book tour in Ohio. During a press conference last week, Fort Lauderdale Mayor Dean Trentalis was asked if DeSantis had been in touch with him about the flooding. He said, quote, "Governor DeSantis has not yet called, but I'm sure he's very interested in what's going on here," end quote. Okay, so I live very close, and I'm very blessed that our house only got flooded in the garage. It was about 3 inches in the garage, and we had to clean the garage, so it was way over time. But I have many friends and clients right here in this neighborhood that have 4 to 8 inches in the house. It's terrible.
That is terrible.
And my heart breaks for those people. You know, a good friend of mine, Kevin Clevenger, basically has lost his home, you know, and the videos of his house, like with, 6 feet of water, at one part.
The water is out now.
Now it's out. But I mean, it's sewer water, it's dark water, it's black water. There's nothing that you can salvage from that. His bed was floating in a video, floating, and it's not uncommon. We saw so many videos on social media of all our friends going through the same thing. And no one knew it was a 1 in 1,000 flood. Right. Who was going to be prepared for it? We just weren't. I was actually filming It's Happening Out here with the cast, and we got stuck here. Thank God I have a bed for my studio. I was like, "Gay boys, get off my bed." But we were stuck here, and at midnight, I have a lifted 4Runner because I'm that lesbian. And I said, "That's it. I'm going to try to get out. I'm sick of you people. I want to go home to my wife and my dogs." And I said, "I'm going to try it." And water still came in my lifted 4Runner. Wow. It was not pretty out there, and it was impossible to prepare for. It was like, for some people, they had to grab their things and run.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then even after you get rid of the water, there's damage that happens to the structure of a house or whatever after that, and mold and mildew and all those other terrible things that go with it. Yeah. Not to mention all the things that you've lost in the process.
Yeah, but DeSantis is busy on his book tour, so he's worried about us. Homeowners insurance have doubled. We just dealt with a flood of a lifetime. And where's DeSantis? Page 3. Let's talk about how the governor changed Florida for bad.
Yeah. And it's crazy because they're calling it a once in a lifetime event, right? But with the continual change of our climate, with the continual increase of these like once in a lifetime events, they're not going to be once in a lifetime events anymore.
It's once this year.
It's once a year, or I mean, probably not once a year for a while. But as temperatures continue to rise and our weather system continue to become more and more unpredictable, these things will continue to happen.
Right? Gore is somewhere going, I told you.
Yeah.
Didn't I tell you? Right? But I mean, think about it. It's not even rain season, folks. For folks that know about South Florida, our rain season, our hurricane season is not here yet. And we've already gotten so much rain in the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
We're not prepared. We're not prepared. But DeSantis, you'll get to us when you can. All right?
When he's finished.
We won't hold our breath.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.